Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Indian Railway Finance Corporation Q4FY25 and full year FY25 earnings conference call hosted by DAM Capital Advisors Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Parth Jariwala from DAM Capital Advisors Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Q4 FY25 and FY25 earnings call of Indian Railway Finance Corporation Limited. From the management, we have Shri Manoj Kumar Dubey, Chairman, Managing Director and CEO, Ms. Shaili Verma, Director of Finance, Shri Sunil Kumar Goyal, GGM Finance and CFO. I will now hand over the call to the management for their opening remarks, post which we can open the floor for Q&A. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jariwala, and very good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to share our Q4 and annual results of FY25. We have come out with a very steady number, quarter-wise as well as financial year-wise. Our profit after tax, our net worth, our EPS, our debt-equity ratio, all have shown steady improvements. Our asset and management is also very steady at 4.6 lakh crores. The exciting thing to talk about is in the last quarter of FY25, we have changed our business model from one client, that is Indian Railway, to many who are having linkages with the railway ecosystem. This is an extremely exciting phase, and our key drivers are very low cost overhead and access to cheapest source of funds. We are looking for good quality A+ assets at our space where we do not find much competition as of now. And these are the space where we are looking forward to having negligible chance of NPA. We are becoming lowest in bids, beating all banks and NBFCs, and still making margins of 2x to 3x to what we used to get from Indian Railways. So going forward, we find our platter full with such good quality rated assets. We don't have any exposure to any other entity other than IR. So there is no problem in funding to any quality assets coming to our plateau, mainly through RFPs or open biddings. We are also very excited to look at the PPP projects in the Indian Railways. If you look at the budget of this FY, there is an announcement that there will be PPP projects coming forward from the railways. And once it materializes, we will be very happy to look at the requirements by the SPVs.
This call is now being recorded.
In this calendar year, including the month of April, we have already done more than 14,000 crores of loans. And going forward, there are many things in pipelines, which are having refinancing opportunities as well as the new loan assets. We believe that IRFC 2.0 is going to have risk-free and steep growth in business. Company was conferred Navratna status also in FY24-25, and we are working forward, cementing our position to be just Maharatna sooner than later. We also expect that the kind of business that we have shown in the last quarter of the last FY and the first month of this current FY, the momentum is going to be there, and we should end up on a very high note. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. A reminder to all participants, please press star and one to ask a question. The first question comes from the line of Mohit Jain from Tara Capital Partners. Please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Mohit. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I just wanted to know as to for FY26, how should we look at our disbursement number as well as, how should we look at the AUM growth? And secondly, sir, I heard that, now we'll be moving from one customer earlier it used to be only IRFC and now Indian Railways, and now we are moving to the other set of customers also. So do our articles and memorandums permit us to go into non-rail link financing also? As in, if you want to do other kind of financing which is not linked to the rail, is that option also available to us, sir?
So right now, I'm asking you a later part of question. We are only limiting ourselves to the MOA, which gives me the legroom for giving loans to anything which is having backward or forward linkages to railways. Now, this particular segment itself is too big to handle right now. As I mentioned in my interview on the TV also today in the morning, the whole business is around 2.5 lakh crores, including the metro railway. So you can understand what kind of business it is there on the platter, and since that is our core competence and a strength to give loans and do appraisal of the railway ecosystem, we believe that as of now, out of this 2.5 lakh crore, you can put any number what we should do in a year. So this is quite a big platter, and this is coming with better margin than what I used to get from the railways. So that is additional exciting time for us, that if we do, say, typically even 30,000 crore out of 2.5 lakh crore, it will be akin to nearly 90,000 crore of what I'm giving to the Indian Railways. So this is the answer of your later part. The first part, in the morning I have already clarified that my board has given me the initial sanction of 60,000 crore of disbursement or loan sanction for this year. And that is a very conservative number that we have started. In the first 4 months of this FY, or if you take only this month, April, we have already done one 5,000 crore loan L1 with the NTPC. And since we are participating into all rated quality bids coming out in the market, which is coming galore, in fact, many are in pipeline also. So we believe that with the linkages with the railway itself, we have our platter full. And the numbers that are quoted is conservative numbers. We believe that we surely will be achieving it. Maybe the clarity will come in Q2 or Q3 whether we are going to surpass, and if at all we are going to surpass, with what margins and what numbers we are going to surpass. But quarter after quarter, as I have spoken in my 2 last Concalls, we are walking the talk. What we set for ourselves in Q3 results, we are already crossed many bridges and we are moving ahead quicker than what we expected to do. Thank you.
So do we, just a follow-up, do we expect our AUM increase next year, or again because of the rundown of the existing loan, in spite of the additional disbursement, our AUM will decline?
Listen, the bigger indicator is what kind of disbursement I'm doing, what kind of loan sanctions I'm doing. AUM is a collective output of the both. So, of course, if I'm disbursing more, it will have a positive impact on my AUM. AUM is not the important indicator in my business. The important indicator in my business is how much I'm disbursing and how much I'm sanctioning. If I'm doing both, obviously it will have a very positive impact on the AUM.
Understood, sir.
And numbers I will be giving you numbers of disbursement and the loan sanctions.
Understood. And just one follow-up, in terms of, we bidding for the other projects, and so far we have been successful also in winning them. Is the cost of the cheap cost of fund, and because of which the rate which we are able to quote is the lowest, that gives us the advantage, or is there any other advantage that we also have?
Say it again.
So I'm saying, sir, that so far we have also won 4 projects, and going forward also you look more optimistic, with 30,000 crores of a conservative disbursement number. Yes. So what enables us in all this, winning of the project? Is it just the cheap the cheap rate of lending that we quote because of our access to the cheaper fund?
I mean, it is exactly only. Let my DF answer this to you.
we have a competitive advantage on many accounts. Rate is definitely one of them, and because we have a very low operating cost. You must have seen our operating cost is one of the lowest in the industry, about 0.1%. We don't have 0.1%, even less than 0.1%, and we have very high capital adequacy ratio. And secondly, we have our exposure is absolutely free because till now we had a single client. So whatever new business we want to do, we have the advantage of doing a high ticket exposure. Whatever is the requirement we can meet. So all these are the advantages. So it's not a one factor. I would say there are multiple factors. We can take high ticket exposure. Our cost definitely will be competitive because of these reasons. And we have a very strong turnaround, very quick turnaround of time. In fact, we have seen the last quarter itself, we have generated business of 14,000 crores. So there are multiple advantages according to us.
Okay. Thank you. And just one.
Yeah.
Rates at which we are giving these loans, the 14,000 crores, what is the average rate at which we have given these disbursements?
So more rates we don't disclose, but if I make a statement that I'm L1 in a competition where all the banks of the country and all NBFCs are coming, so you can put the number, by what number we are beating any who is of the banks and any who is of NBFC.
Understood. Okay. Thanks a lot for answering the question. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question comes from the line of Abhishek Law from Business Language. Please go ahead. Abhishek, please go ahead with your question and unmute yourself in case if you're on mute. Abhishek, please go ahead with your question.
Sir, is it possible to go ahead? Sir, this is Abhishek. Is it possible to go ahead with the refinancing bid? Or how much you're refinancing? What sort of numbers are you looking at? And which are these projects that you would refinance?
Abhishek, you have posed a very interesting question for us. Refinancing is, we are looking forward to very excitedly for the fact that the moment I win a bid for refinancing, the disbursement is done instantly. So, yes, there are many things in pipelines. I can't tell you the name of the projects or something, but it is very much on my platter. Many things are in pipelines, and because our cost of lending is cheapest than anyone else right now in the country, we still believe that by refinancing the projects, we'll be earning much more than what we are earning from the Indian Railways as a margin. So yes, it is there on the platter.
Does that answer your question, Abhishek?
Yeah, I have a follow-up question if it's possible. Have you done any refinancing projects as of now in Q4?
Pardon?
Have you done any refinancing projects in Q4?
Not yet. As I said, there are few in pipelines very actively, but unless it is mutually agreed and unless we have informed the exchanges, we are not going to discuss here.
Okay, that helps. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question comes from the line of Kamal Mulchandani from Investec Capital Services. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Firstly, could you please quantify the cumulative amount of sanctions we have got till date, apart from the funding to Indian Railways?
You want to know in totality or in this FY or in the last FY?
I believe from the last year we are trying to take projects outside of the Indian Railways. So cumulative from the last year till date.
I got it. So let's understand the whole gamut. For the last 40 years, we had only single client business, that is with the Indian Railways. Okay. So, only as late as the Q3 of last FY, we decided that this is a time to diversify, as the loan books with Indian Railways is very high, and debt equity ratio also were touching near to 10. So as a diversification, this season, within the mandate of this company's MOA, we planned in Q3 and we started working actively from Q4, right? So Q4 to now, the numbers we have already flagged. In fact, it is flagged by the Government of India also that we have already mopped up 14,000 crore as of now. So the answer to your question in factual numbers are 14,000 crores has already been either won as a bid or the sanction has been done.
And like disbursement, like when can we expect some
Very quick,
disbursement of
very
this
quick. In
amount?
fact, to tell you a fact, the NTPC renew that we did and the BOVR rate that we did already very quick and fast disbursement is on. So what we expect that, although there are 2-year periods for this disbursement, we expect that most of the disbursement will be done in this FY itself.
Okay. Okay, understood. And sir, if you could also help us understand what could be the rundown or repayments of the in the AUM going forward. Like I just wanted to understand what repayment rate should be built in for next 2 years for FY26 and FY27.
Repayment in the terms of? Rundown of the AUM. Rundown of AUM is very steady. If you know, we have finance of the Indian Railways where it is repayment period is 15 years. Okay. So the 15th year, to be precise, if it is 2025, then 2010 loan will come out to be going out of my books, which is in terms of 10,000 crore per annum.
Okay.
And we believe that we will be doing more than that every year.
Okay. So, for the next 2 years, roughly 10,000 crore of repayments we should build in.
That's correct.
Okay. Got it. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, as there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for the closing comments.
So thank you so much. We are moving ahead with a lot of clarity, and I think we have clarified everything about the roadmap of the company's business going ahead. And we look forward to capitalize on what we are doing as a new policy of diversification. And we see that going forward, we'll be having very healthy top line and bottom line quarter after quarter. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of DAM Capital Advisors Limited, that concludes this conference. You may now disconnect your lines.